Here is a short video on things I think people should know about people with autism and about autism. 1. Autism affects people differently. So you can't expect one person to react a certain way to something and then somebody else with autism reacting the same way. Some people with autism can hold down a job, as where other people with autism may not be able to hold down a job. On the track of talking about jobs, when people apply for jobs, some people may be able to do certain things within that job, and some people with autism may not be able to do things within that job. People react differently to different situations, where someone may cope on the autistic spectrum with change really well, and some people may need lots and lots and lots of warning about change. Like, for instance, I need as much notice if something is going to change, and if something's going to work differently for me. Ask before doing something for someone with autism, as one day somebody may say, yes, you can wash up, or yes, you can hoover, and the next day they may say, no, don't hoover. For whatever reason that may be, just ask before doing something for an autistic person. Another thing I think is really useful is, not only can boys have autism, but girls can get autism too. And I think that's very important to understand when dealing with someone with autism, because that's the reality about it. Another thing that may be useful to know: some people may show they've got autism, and some people may not show they've got autism. So just be a bit wary. Some people may have autism meltdowns, which is a way of them coping, or showing they are distressed, angry, and not very happy. When some people are having autism meltdowns, they may require you to make quiet space for them, or might require you to not interact with them until after the situation. Some people may not be able to tell you what's wrong, and some people may realise that what they did was wrong, but at the time they don't realise that it was wrong, and things like this. Some people may love routine, so like getting up in the morning, and when they get up every morning they've got to have breakfast or a cup of tea before they can do anything. Now, a little thing that people don't know about me is, first thing I love is routine. So when I get up in the morning, first thing I've got to do before I let staff in for support is go to the loo. Once I've gone to the loo, I've got to then open my back door and let my dog outside to go to the loo. Then I've got to let the staff in. Then they make me a cup of tea. If they don't make me a cup of tea, I've got to make a cup of tea before I can function in the morning. Some people with autism may be repetitive on what they do and what they say. So, for instance, if somebody says, do I have to walk my dog he's gone out for an hour. You might say no, but then some people might say, this is what I would do. And some people may be the same, is keep asking the question, are you sure? What about this? What about that? Or about the weather? sending you loads of different weather forecasts from different apps and saying, well, this is what one says, it's going to rain till 1 o'clock. Another one says it's going to rain till 11 o'clock. Another one says it's going to rain till 10 o'clock. And when somebody says do something at a certain time because this is happening or that's happening, people with autism may keep asking, did you say 12 o'clock? And make sure when you're talking to someone that your sentences are understandable. So if somebody says to you, should I take my dog out at 12 o'clock? And you're talking to them on Facebook, for instance, don't just put a thumbs up. Because like me, and I don't know if it's true with other people, they might not understand what thumbs up means. I certainly don't. I have to turn round and say, why the thumbs up? What do you mean by that? Or if you've asked 2 questions, so like, should I take my dog out in my support? And then I've said, actually, I'm not going to take my dog out in my support. I'm going to take him out after. Is that okay? And then I've said, is it okay to go to the cinema? If somebody puts yes, then I have to query them and say, yes to what? Yes, okay to take my dog out in my support, or yes, it's okay to go to the cinema today. So when you're talking to people, make sure conversations are precise and understandable, and not just saying yes, no, okay. Because some people may not be able to understand that. Some people, now autistic people have it for their entire life. Some people may find ways of coping with autism better than other people. Some people may show that they have autism, and some people may not show they have autism. Like with me, I show sometimes I've got autism and other times I don't. Most of the time, people don't know I have autism. Teaching people about autism is another thing I want to quickly cover. It is very hard to teach people about autism, as autism is a wide variety of a spectrum. So it is hard to teach people about autism, as everyone is unique and everyone is different and everyone doesn't cope the same, do the same, and might not. So teaching people is hard, which I would love to teach people about autism, but it is very hard to do so. And if anyone can help me, please comment below on the teaching front. Some people may, I don't know, like certain tastes, textures, but some people may really not cope with certain tastes and certain textures, or certain feelings such as clothes. This can cause them a sensory overload, which can cause a meltdown. I'm hoping you're finding this information really useful. And if you are, comment what you're finding useful. And if you're finding bits not so useful, also comment below, so I know what to cover in my next lot of videos. Some people may cope really well in crowds. Some people may not cope really well in crowds. It all depends. Some people might like loud music. Some people might get a sensory overload when it's too noisy. These are all things to think about. Now, going back to quickly when I said don't do things for people without asking. When you support someone, you might also want to ask them, do you do it this way or do you do it that way? Because if you do it wrong, that could cause a meltdown and make them angry and cause problems. And people don't want to get angry because they like the people that support them. They don't like the way that they do things. These are all things to consider, and this was only a quick video to, explain what I think is important. There are loads more things that are important, and if you can think of any topics to do with autism that I should talk about, if I know the information, I would do a video on it. If I don't, then I will research. I don't know everything about autism. I would love to, make the community more understanding about autism and get people learning and understanding about autism. But for now, I would like to say thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. There'll be more videos. They don't come as frequently as I'd like, but I'll try and get them more often as I can. And if you're on Facebook, please like my Facebook page. And if you found anything useful or would like me to tell you anything about autism, teach you, please comment below and I'll do another video. Thank you for now. Bye.